You know, fans, the history of sport is full of dramatic moments. Baseball's World Series, the football bowl game, they've produced a host of memorable performances. So have the professional basketball and hockey playoffs. Now, professional soccer still is such a new venture in North America that its moments of glory are limited. However, few sports events produce such sustained and exciting action as the United Soccer Association's first championship game. The 18,000 fans who saw it in person and the thousands who listened to it on radio or watched the telecast will remember it as one of their supreme thrills. Now, for those who may not be familiar with the background of this spectacular match, recognized professional soccer in 1967. For the first season only, the league imported 12 complete teams from Europe and South America, one team for each league city. The Washington Whips, who were represented by Aberdeen of Scotland, emerged as winners in the Eastern Division. The Los Angeles Wolves, who actually were the Wolverhampton Wolves of England, captured the Western Division title. And the Whips and the Wolves met in a championship playoff game at Los Angeles' Memorial Coliseum to climax the United Soccer Association's inaugural season. Now, in soccer, as in American football, there normally is no overtime. If the game ends in a tie, that's it. However, because this match was for the championship, Commissioner Dick Walsh ruled the two teams would play until someone won, and as a result, both teams fought their hearts out. Now, the match they played has been rated by many observers as the greatest soccer game ever seen anywhere, and we're convinced that you will agree with the conclusion. The first half of the match produced plenty of exciting play, but only 2 goals. The first one came with just 2.5 minutes gone in the game.
Centering pass taken out of the penalty box. Los Angeles over the head kick by Thompson, headed by Dugan. Here we go, Peter Knowles. Nice save! Number 14, and Thompson after it, and down goes Thompson, tripped by 14, and 14 passed through. Nice play by 14, Wilson. Knowles takes him off it. The referee says play. Now with it is Wagstaff. Plenty of body contact. Wagstaff's flattened by number 8, Jimmy Smith. Pass to Dugan too long. Dugan's thrown down by number 5, McMillan. Terry Wharton after it. He's pushed off the ball. Still after it with number 8, Smith. Still after it. Good hustle, but a foul is called on Smith now. I think, nope, they say play ball. No foul. Burnside after it. Look at the ragging and the chasing being done by Washington. Now Los Angeles with Hunt crossing to Wagstaff. Wagstaff against White. He's holding him by the jersey. And the referee didn't call it. Look at here, number 4, Monroe. Monroe is down in the penalty area. Nothing. Play ball, says the referee. Knowles upset by number 14. He upsets number 14, Wilson. Well, turnabout is fair play. Oh, nice play. The ball went into Lofty Parks, and he grabbed it. Terry Wharton. Wharton jumping in, but the ball didn't change hands, so they disregarded. If the ball would have gone to Los Angeles, they would have called it. That's what they call no harm, no foul. The ball is over to Dave Johnston. Nice dribbling. Centering pass. Story, good scorer. It ricochets off the shoulder of Wagstaff. 14 after it. So's Los Angeles' Wharton. Story misses. Story doesn't miss this time. Wharton after it. He's got it. Down he goes, and Harden, look out. Don't lose your temper, Terry. Wharton and number 2, White, swinging at each other, and nobody saw him. Now it's Burnside. Derek Dugan. Somebody's got to win it, because we're going to play till they do tonight. This is the championship game. Wagstaff. And it'll be Los Angeles to throw in. Jimmy White hit it last. Pass to Burnside. Burnside to Knowles. Great pass on the return to Kennefer Dugan. And the goalie, Clark, makes a good play. Very quick judgment by the goalie and a good play. You got to make up your mind right now whether you're going to come out or stay in there. And if you don't come out, you leave the goal. Oh, here's a good pass to Johnston. In the penalty area now. Clears it out to Jensen. Shot on goal. Saved by Parks. Johnny Holsgrove after. He's 6'2". He has it. He's a 21-year-old lad. Number 5, McMillan with it is 21. And now it goes to Hunt of Los Angeles. Back to Holsgrove. Bad pass. Taken by Dave Johnston. Outside left. Nice push and run. Johnston shot. Knocked down by Woodfield. Still in possession is Martin Buchan. Buchan out in front. Good position for number 6, Peterson. Knocked away by Woodfield. Shot by Story. Now, oh, goal! The goal by number 8, Jimmy Smith.
And 12 minutes after Jimmy Smith scored that goal, he was ejected from the game by referee Dick Ebner for an infraction. And this forced Washington to play a man short for the remainder of the match. 18 minutes into the second half, the scoring pace picked up dramatically. Each team scored twice within a span of slightly under 4 minutes. Here's the start of that incredible spree.
Penalty kick coming up, a foul in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is going to go behind 2-1, as sure as you're watching the game. Penalty kick means you kick from 12 yards out. The goalie cannot move until the ball has been touched. A penalty in the penalty area. This is tantamount to a gift. They miss once in a while, but don't you bet on it. So with the suddenness that you can't believe, Washington could take the lead and they could take the game. Goal, Francis Monroe. Washington leads 2-1 with only 27 minutes left to play. The Wolves have been passed by a team playing shorthanded. And my remark at the time of the eviction was if the Wolves can't win when they're a man to the advantage, they don't deserve to win. Let's see what happens. The penalty kicks really hurt in this game. I've said before, I think they're too severe. Soccer buffs do not think so. So it's a goal kick, Washington, and now you'll really see some Washington defense. Los Angeles trailing 2-1. They scored first, and the Whips have come back. They tied it, then they lost a man, and since that time, they have been in this game very stoutly. Dave Wagstaff with it. Waggy, and the head pass, and it goes over to Peter Knowles. Peter centering across to Hunt. Hunt chests it. Hunt hasn't shot yet. Pass. Shot. Goal! See what happens. Look out here. Look out. Jim Story gets his 6th goal of the year. Wow. 21 and a half minutes gone. Burnside with it. He just scored. Over to Wagstaff. The Wolves are a man on top. They're a point down. Out comes the goalie. He misses it. The Wolves are a man on top. They're a forehead. Burnside, 2 goals in 2 minutes. The two teams between them, 4 goals in 4 minutes. The announcer, startled. Uh-oh, look out. Story and Woodfield getting excited. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like this soccer game, you will never like soccer. Just forget it. Go back to some of the sports where there's 3 or 4 minutes between acts. All of a sudden, you expect somebody to score each time. Nice play by Peter Noel. Somebody to score each time they come down the field. Stolen nicely over there by number 2, White. Los Angeles dogging him now defensively, and tough. Burnside, who scored 2 goals in a row, is the guy that tries the sliding tackle and misses. And it comes over to Jens Peterson. Burnside is very, very tired as he gets up. He could be tired just from the hugging and the pummeling he took from his teammates. Jim Story, he just scored his 6th goal of the year. He can score it. Look out here. Story centering, but Thompson intercepts, but he loses. But he goes to get, and he smartly kicks it out of bounds. There's the Story, 3-3. 17,824 here. Los Angeles 3, Washington 3, second half. Burnside, who scored twice, takes it over to Thompson. Chippy up to Dugan. Nods it. Here's Hunt coming in. That shot on goal. Shot goal. Shot goal. Noel shot blocked. Dugan shot blocked. You don't get many chances like that. Woodfield to Thompson to Holsgrove to Dave Burnside. Burnside can play any position. I think he can even play goal. Foul, and down goes Dugan rather hard. 10 minutes left to play in regulation. In front of the goal, and the goalie Clark comes out. A heading pass by Dugan. Outside right. Playing the outside right position is Hunt now with the ball. Moving in close. Oh, nice strike. He followed it. You see, that ball was spinning so sharply that it spun out of the goalie's hands, Clark. That's what I was telling you about that English. The pass is intended for Peterson. I don't think he'll get there first. He doesn't. Taylor does and brings it into Parks. North American Championship in the line. Bobby Thompson steals the ball. Feeds it to Dugan. It's no offside. Everything's legal. Watch it now. Dugan in close, around one man. Centers. Shot! Dave Burnside, number 6, turns a hat trick. His 3rd goal, and the Wolves lead 4-3. Out to Wharton. Los Angeles looking for the clincher now. They lead 4-3. Maybe they got it, but you can't be sure. Dugan's played one of his best games tonight. The goalie comes out, and there's no tripping. Dugan was tripped in the penalty box. They don't call it. Ronnie Allen is really hot. Nice pass by Wharton to Noel to Wagstaff. It's 4-on-2. Wagstaff still got it. Waggy's got it. Shot. No, he did not shoot it. He passed it. It came off the foot of a defender. Knowles has it. Shot on goal. It hits Monroe right in the face. Bounces off of him, and he shakes his head like a fighter who's just taken a severe punch. 2.5 minutes to play unofficially. Burnside to Knowles. Los Angeles lead. 1 goal. 4-3. Offside. Wagstaff. Both teams before the game had great respect for the other. After the game, they'll have greater respect. Direct free kick. But not from that position, gentlemen. Unofficially, less than 2 minutes to play in the game. The Wolves lead it. Nice pass.
How about a replay on that one? Watch Peterson's tremendous 60-yard boot and watch Monroe head it.
tied the score at 4-4. And a few moments later, the referee signaled the end of the second half. Under normal circumstances, the match would have been ruled a draw. However, this time, the league championship was on the line, and there had to be a decision. So, after a short rest, the teams began a 30-minute overtime period. If they failed to produce a winner then, they'd have to play sudden death. And that means just what it says. You play till somebody wins. The 4-4 tie continued through the first 22 minutes of overtime. Now let's go back to our game commentary.
Burnside, nice play to Ernie Hunt. And a tough play by Peterson. But Los Angeles has it. Burnside being pushed over there but controls. Thompson to Holsgrove. Up to Hunt. Crossing for Wharton. His center for Dugan. Shot! With it is Thompson. Los Angeles leads with 3 minutes to play in the overtime, 5-4. Thompson passes to himself. He's going in one-on-one. Here comes the goal. Shot. Fisted away nicely by Clark, the goalie. Wagstaff. If he scores, the crowd will go crazy. Oh!
Let's take another look at that play. Watch the Washington fullback reach up and touch the ball with his hand. That's a violation. Only the goalie can use his hand. Now, because of the infraction, referee Dick Giebner awarded the Wolves a penalty kick. Remember, the Wolves leading 5-4. They could wrap it up with this one. Terry Wharton takes it, but a great play by that kid, Bobby Clark. What a remarkable job of blocking the shot. You saw it twice. You don't often see a goalie stop a penalty kick. Now, let's go back to our game commentary.
The first penalty kick I've ever seen blocked in the United Soccer Association. Good pass. Still time. Look out. And here's Parks with the ball. What do we got? A foul for the penalty kick? A penalty kick coming up for Washington. A penalty kick coming up for Washington. So a minute ago, you didn't think the shot meant anything that was blocked by the great goalie, Clark. But now they can tie it up on a penalty kick. Monroe has made one. He's going to try another. He's got 2 goals altogether, and this is incredible. The clock shows the game is over. The clock shows the game as being over. But the referee has not called it. Well, we've just seen one block. Let's watch this one. Ties it up.
What an unbelievable finish to the 30-minute overtime period. You just can't pack much more action into a short stretch than those two teams did. Even though most of the fans were rooting for the Wolves, they were ecstatic. This was sports excitement at its best. You better believe it. And now the crowd would have a chance to see sudden death overtime. And in sudden death, you play until one team scores. And then the game's over. Now we'll watch it with you and see how it ended.
An unbelievable game, ending on an unbelievable note. The final score, not only in overtime, but in overtime plus sudden death overtime. And we were approximately 6 minutes into the sudden death when the own goal off the foot of Schuhen brings victory, the North American Soccer Championship, the United Soccer Association Championship, to Los Angeles' Wolves.
Now let's watch the post-game ceremonies, which were held down on the field. The gentleman at the microphone is Dick Walsh, the commissioner of the United Soccer Association.
For the winning Wolves, we want to present to Derek Dugan, the captain of the club, on behalf of the United Soccer Association, this cup, this trophy for winning the championship of the United Soccer Association in 1967. Derek? You can see we have individual trophies to present to the winning Wolves. And for just a moment, I'd like to bring on the manager of the ball club, the manager of the year, Ronnie Allen.
Thank you, Dick. I think everybody in the stadium has seen one of the most fantastic games of football ever being played. And I think that these fellas are as much responsible as these fellas. So I'd like to ask for 3 cheers for this lot. Okay? They played hard, they played tough, but by golly, with 10 men, they frightened us all to death. And I wish on behalf of Wolves and everybody here, I'm sure, a safe journey home for them and continued success next year. Thank you very much, Aberdeen. Now I'd like to introduce individual players to come up and collect their individual trophies. Skipper Derek Dugan. Phil Parks, the goalkeeper. Jerry Taylor, full-back. Bobby Thompson, left full-back. John Holsgrove, half-back. Dave Woodfield, centre-half. Dave Burnside, his first hat-trick ever. Terry Wharton, outside right, missed his first penalty for a long time. Ernie Hunt, inside forward. Peter Knowles. And Dave Wagstaff. On behalf of the Wolverhampton team, on behalf of the Wolves team, I would like to thank the people of Los Angeles for coming along to the Coliseum and making this season a very memorable one. I'm sure that the boys will go home with great memories of the crowd helping us on to win this championship. And I hope that in the very near future, Los Angeles will have its own team and Wolves can come and play them. And then you'll be booing us. Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to make a presentation to the owner of the Los Angeles Wolves and the man who has sponsored the Wolverhampton Wolves this year, Mr. Jack Kent Cooke.
And when we decided to start soccer here in America, I was warned constantly that this is a dull game. Isn't it one of the most exciting games you've ever seen in your life? There isn't a writer in Hollywood, there never has been one, who could have written a script for the game tonight. Next year, the year after, and all the years to come, we're going to be proudly privileged to bring you wonderful fans, Major League Soccer here in Los Angeles, and thank you so much.
And we know all of the United Soccer Association owners share Mr. Cooke's sentiments. They feel privileged to be able to present professional Major League Soccer throughout North America. The spectacular match you've just watched is indicative of the type of soccer you'll see played in the United Soccer Association.